Be sure to stick around to the end of the video for the AMA. I think you guys really enjoy this one. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. Please comment. Please subscribe. I also appreciate if you guys will check out my Discord server link down in the description. You can contact me on my Facebook group. I'm still working on my Twitter and an Instagram and some other social media efforts. Also, if you guys like to lend a hand, help me get a computer, help me get a camera. You know, I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm really trying to make this work. And any help, any advice, would be greatly appreciated. Okay, let's talk about making time. Now, this game demands a lot of your time. Being my age and a lot of you guys out there we've spoken about before, you know, we have busy lives, and balancing all of that can be kind of a hassle. It can be frustrating because you know, you can recall back in your youth, you know, maybe not so much youth, but maybe even 10 years ago, where you were so able to focus so much and your gameplay was so much crisper as compared to now. And again, it's just because of the time. You know, some decks require you know, like complex lines of play, learning intricate combos, knowing how to play through all the hand traps, just being aware of what's currently going on in the meta. And you know, if you're busy, if you have a lot of you know, adult type things going on, you just don't have the time to keep up with that. Or maybe you're not really interested in keeping up with all of that, because for every moment you spend on that, there's something else that can be falling behind. And I found this to be quite a problem a lot for myself, and I know many others do it well. And one of the things that I found that's very encouraging and that can help is to connect with players who are a bit younger. And it sounds crazy, but just hear me out. So you got the younger players who have the time to figure out all of these combos, know the intricacies, know the matchups, understands the card pool and those interactions. And you know, just grab a couple of those guys who don't mind helping a boomer like yourself and point them out. You know, it's nothing to take a Saturday evening if you want to just like all go hang out at Applebee's and sit down and just Theorio or hop on Discord or a Facebook call. You can just take it and say, here's my main deck, and what do you guys think? You know, and this helps especially like if you got buddies that are like scattered all across the world, across the country, across the state, across the city. You don't have time to get together. And you can just show them, and they can help you pick out the cards. They say, well, you know, for my testing, you know, X, Y, and Z cards no good. You know, and then they can help you explain. And then while you have them there, you can do some gold fishing. And basically, gold fishing is just like test hands. You'll give your deck a good shuffle, a couple of riffles, nice little shuffle again, and then draw your 5 cards and just lay it out. And then you and your buddies, you know, can like turn out your plays. You know, you say, okay, starting 5 hand, this is what I would do. And then have them critique your line of play. And they can say, well, you know, what if they draw you here? What if they ash you here? What if they gamma you here? You know, just a couple of hours, once or twice a week, can vastly improve your gameplay. And it's like minimal effort to you if you don't have time to get to a bunch of tournaments. Today's AMA comes from Jerome. It's, hey WK Dad, I hope all is well with you. I'm so glad you're back on YouTube again for a period of time. I'm not too sure if you remember this, but back in the day I traded you some cards for a full Cloudium core. This was back when I was still in high school. It's crazy to think that all this time has passed. Now I'm working as a mechanical engineer. Big ups to you, buddy. You were one of my favorite YouTubers back in the day, and I still watch your videos to this day. Okay. All right, my questions for you are, I'm now close to 4 years out of university, working in my career. Any advice for a young adult trying to ease into the world? What's good advice to pass down to a millennial like me that you didn't get when you were around my age, and he's 25? Second question, what was your biggest challenge in marriage, raising a family? I've been thinking about marrying my girlfriend and starting a family in a couple of years. And third question, do you still have your collection of cards to sell, or have you long since gotten rid of them? I hope to receive a response from you on here, email. or even on a YouTube video. Your insight as an adult and father would go a long way. If you've read this, thank you for your time. Best regards, Jerome. Wow, that's pretty cool. And remember, you guys can just send me a question at ygodubk@gmail.com. I read them all, try to respond to them all, and I like to pick the really good ones to do this AMA. And trust me, I do filter out the trolls, so I'm watching you. All right, Jerome. So I think that's amazing. Mechanical engineering, that seems like a lot of fucking work. So advice easing into the world, into the the real world. Stay focused and have patience. Okay, it doesn't mean that you can't be hungry, because that hunger will drive you to be the best you can be. But that focus and patience will allow you to get through the hard times. You understand what I'm saying? That just set that goal, grind till you get it, and then once you get that goal, set the next goal, grind till you get it, and that methodical, focus and patience will help you get as far as you can get. And that's advice that I didn't necessarily get. It was my advice I was pretty much given was just do better, just do better, forehead. And no, it's more than that, because it wasn't there was no emphasis that there's going to be hard days, and I'm just going to let you know that there's going to be hard days, and so I want you to be prepared for that. But just know that grinding through those hard days will absolutely make you stronger. All right. So what was your biggest challenge in marriage and raising a family? My biggest challenge in marriage is, again, patience, especially that. I got married for the first time when I was 18. I was fresh out of high school. I married my the mother of my son. I had him in high school, and she was older than I was. So I don't know if that makes me cool or not, marrying getting a girl pregnant. I'm in high school, and my girlfriend had already long since graduated, but it's whatever. But getting married, you don't really know someone until you live with them. Like I had known the mother of my son since I was like 12, but it wasn't until we started living together that I really got to know her. And at the age of 18, my mental was not prepared for the dislikes in terms of food. Of course, we went on hundreds of dates, but when you're actually like in the house and you're deciding what to eat, you just don't have time to. Okay, well, I'm gonna prepare this for myself, and you prepare that for yourself. You have to be more efficient with your with the groceries, and you have to come to a consistency of what you're gonna eat day to day. That was very difficult. Sleeping schedules, you kind of have to sleep in the same bed. That's kind of what married couples do, and the tossing and turning, and it was cute when we were dating, tossing and turning and cuddling at night. Her sleeping on my chest, but after a while, hey, your ass is heavy and I'm hot. Get off of me. That was difficult, and I won't say it's so much the love, it's just the fact that you made a commitment, and as a good person, you need to honor your commitments. And until it's like untenable, that's what you have to commit yourself to, and you have to work that out. And then as far as my son, having another human being that you're absolutely responsible for, that did not ask to be here, and so it's not like you can just like pawn him off. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're tired, you're broke, you haven't had sleep for days. It does not matter. That child wants to eat. It does not care about your day. None of that. It's hungry. It needs to be changed. It's whining. You need to give it attention. And those are things I was not prepared for. But luckily, I had my father around, and so I knew that there was that that I knew that, okay, he didn't ask to be here, and I owe it to him to do what I can to make sure that he has the best chances of survival. And then finally, do you still have your collection of cards to sell? Yeah, even though I sold like a majority of my collection in 2016, I still have a fuck ton. I have a fuck ton of cards. I've slowly starting to thin out my collection. There's a lot of stuff I hold on to, just because I'm a hoarder, pack rat. But I'm slowly thinning it out to just cards I need. I'm trying to go more minimalist in my life. That's part of the reason why I came back to YouTube. I'm minimizing all of the stuff in my life, and so that this is part of that is like slimming down my collection. Well, I hope that helps, Jerome. Thank you so much for your question. Again, if you guys want to have your questions answered, it's ygodubk@gmail.com. Shout out to Deku. It's Dubk and I'm out.